He's running on no nap today, so this should be fun. Yeah, he's like, hey, I didn't get it today.
Oh my God. So Sha Marie, she said, stop playing with your hair. I have hair. So anytime like I do this, like anytime I talk, I'm always playing with my hair. If you watch me in interviews on the show, I'm always like, I'm just a hair talker. Sorry.
Okay.
How about a little scoop?
He's very upset.
Jersey Shore is starting to film season 4.
Okay.
Can you give us any scoop Deaners?
I mean, it's really just right now it's just tough because all of us with the whole COVID and the restrictions, we started filming home stuff on our own. So it should be funny because I have no idea what I'm doing, and usually the production is like filming. So I've been like kind of sending the videos that I'm making to Nicole, and I'm like, dude, I hope like.
Wait,
like,
so Deena's her own cameraman, and she's like doing scenes with Chris. Like,
and I'm like, because we're supposed to be showing like how our quarantine is going, and unfortunately we can't have cameramen in the house right now, so we kind of have to do it on our own. And I'm like, well, this is weird. Like, I don't know. Like, do I just film us, doing our normal life, like, So yeah. I'm like trying to be a producer. CJ.
I am very excited for the
next season. Running around, not wanting to put on clothes, and I'm like, well, this is my life.
Yeah, this is real life.
So it should be an interesting season. And then, once COVID restrictions lower, who knows when.
Hopefully it happens eventually.
I believe that, us moms are gonna stay with our kids this time, basically, but we'll be doing like a whole bunch of COVID testing, like rapid COVID testing. Having to stay in one place after we test for so many days. It's gonna be a whole thing. But
yeah, on the bar. So.
Yeah.
Get off the bar, please. Get off the bar. Because
I still
on the bar.
was doing it.
What happened?
I said I still wish you were doing it. You don't have to film with certain people because I'm not.
I am going to be a huge supporter of all of my roomies because I love you all. And that's that. All right, so we will answer some questions now. If you guys are just tuning in, we are donating to the Child Rescue Coalition.
Yes.
So they help with child trafficking and abuse, and they try and track down the crazies and,
And, someone had commented, I wish I had things. She was like, there's more things going on in the world. Like, how do you feel about kids going back to school? We could totally talk about kids going back to school, but, that's been brought to light, and we all know that's going on. A lot of people don't know. Right in your backyard, right in the United States, kids are being trafficked over and over, and kids are going missing, and you're not talking about it. And like the types of things that are also going on the internet, that is just like the child pornography and like it all needs to be brought to light. And I feel like we have the platform to talk about it. So that's why we chose this foundation today, because we feel like it needs to be talked about. And also, we could still talk about how we feel about going back to school in September.
Yeah.
For me, I feel if you can't go, I feel like it should be up to the parents. Like, if they're going back to work, they feel comfortable with their kids going back to school, okay, then that's fine. But there should be a thing where if you don't feel comfortable sending kids to school, there should be something else for you. Or, everybody stays home, because if you can't sit inside and eat, then how can kids be inside learning? There's just so many picky choosy things with this whole COVID thing, I feel. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, well, you know, this and that. And I totally get it. But I just feel like people are picking and choosing what we can and what we can't do. You know, it's like, okay, so you could do this, but you can't do that. Kids can go to school in September, but you can't do indoor dining. There, it's starting to get like, so what the fuck is really going on here? You know?
It's very confusing, especially for me, because I have Lorenzo going into first, Giovanna going into kindergarten, and right now we have the option. We could send the kids to school from like, oh my God, you're killing me. She's killing me. We could send the kids to school. She's literally me. Send the kids to school from like 8 to 12, and then they're home, and then they have to finish learning, virtually till like 2 or 3. Or if you're not comfortable sending your kids, they do virtual learning the entire time. I really want my kids to get back into school because honestly, virtual learning was terrible. They didn't take me seriously as a teacher, and I just feel like they didn't really learn as much. I'm scared to bring them back because of everything going on, but I'm in a rut, and I'm sure a ton of parents are like, what do I do? Like, I want them to be in school and learning, but I'm nervous for their safety and their health. So,
which is like crazy. Super, like something you could feel however you feel. So I feel like there should be an option. If some parents, and no mom should be shamed for it. If you feel like you want to send your kid to school, okay, you feel safe enough to send your kid to school. Nobody else, no other mother should judge you for how you feel. Also, you could be having